this is the Angry Birds Wiki, and you probably have heard of this website before because you've probably used it, or you maybe even edited it, you know. It's a really well-known website. But, for me personally, well, I do like this website, I do like editing it, because I like fixing misinformation on this website. For me personally, there was one aspect of this website which does kind of annoy me a bit. Like, it's not too much of an issue, but at the same time, it is kind of annoying, and I'd like it, you know, for it to be fixed, but... And before I say anything, I don't want to start anything with any of the admins of the wiki. I'm pretty sure they're all, like, great people and stuff, and I've spoken to a couple of them, and, you know, they're pretty nice, and I don't want to start anything. This is just my personal gripe with this wiki, you know. But, yeah, there's one aspect of this wiki which does kind of annoy me. So, like, if we type in a character like Chuck as an example, we can see that, like, we have his page here, you know, so, like... And on the surface, this is a pretty good page, you know, we've got all information about him. But, if you really, like, dig deep, it is kind of a bit flawed, because it's got information about all different Chucks from, like, different universes. So, like, it's got movie in there, it's got classic, it's got space, it's got Dream Blast Journey, all these different versions of Chuck mixed in. So, like, look, in the relationships bit, we got Silver as Chuck's sister. But that's not true in the classic timeline. In the classic timeline, they're not siblings, but here we can see it says she's his sister. And, you know, that's true in the movie universe, but it's not true in all the universes. And here, we can see it says his age is 12 in Angry Birds Summer Madness. Now, that is obviously true, but classic Chuck, movie Chuck, is not 12. So, like, obviously, it says here in Summer Madness, yes, but if it's only one version of Chuck being 12 and the rest of them aren't, then it's kind of useless that being there for all the Chucks, and especially when that Chuck's not even got his image featured here. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. And they have tried to fix this issue a bit. What they've done is really stupid. So we got this tab here, it says Angry Birds, you know, so we click it and we've got all these different Chucks. And some of them are actually, like, really detailed. So classic, for example, we got classic, we got tunes, and, like, we got, like, a lot of information, you know, it's pretty good. But we go to, like, Journey, this page hasn't even been made. It's not even got anything on it. And, yeah, and we got ones like Dream Blast, where it's, like, got bit alert, it's missing a lot of info, as you can see here and here. So, yeah, but you might be like, well, what would I do to fix this, personally? Well, if you look at the Thomas the Tank Engine wiki, so look, you type in a character like Thomas himself as an example, we can see his main page is all the different versions of him. So you got the Railway series, got the TV series, you got them for all Engines Go. You click one, it's got, obviously, all the different info of that version of Thomas. Now, it's pretty cool, and it's all really detailed as well. And also, something to note as well, actually, is the way they're labelled is just Thomas brackets TNF. That makes sense, because obviously the TV series is called Thomas and Friends. That's their version of Thomas. The way the Angry Birds wiki has it labelled is, look, you got classic, look, Chuck/Angry Birds/classic. Who's going to be typing this? No one's going to be typing that. They would just want to type in Chuck brackets classic, wouldn't they, to get the classic version? And maybe have, like, a redirect for tunes, so if you put Chuck brackets tunes, it could redirect to classic, because it's the same version. So it just makes it confusing having the /Angry Birds/classic. Just have it Chuck brackets classic, it's more simpler. And have his main page, instead of being this, like, this whole mix-up of random information from all different versions of Chucks, just have it as something like, oh wait, I don't know working, hold on. This version, like, something like this, where, like, it says, like, Chuck's main image here, like, maybe classic Chuck, and it says, like, a little bit about, like, just a standard piece of information that could be do with all Chucks, and then here you could have, like, classic, with, like, a two in the picture, here movie, here, like, Dream Blast, and, like, all these, like, different Chucks here as well, because obviously there's more Chucks than there are Thomases. And also, yeah, I don't think there's any, like, thing called Chuck in the Angry Birds series that's not him, so I guess this bit would be a bit invalid for Angry Birds. But, like, you see where I'm coming from? I just think having something like this would just fix the wiki and make it way less confusing. And also, something else to note is this tab here that says Angry Birds on his main page doesn't even show up on the mobile version, which is what a lot of people use to access the Angry Birds wiki. I know I use the mobile version to browse way more than I use the PC version. I only use the website version to edit. So if I didn't know that this page was here, I wouldn't have a clue that you know, this tab was here, because it's not on the mobile version. Whereas obviously if you access the Thomas Wiki in the mobile version, when you type in Thomas, this is what shows up. So it just makes it way less confusing. And also, with this bit, it doesn't even have all the Chucks. Like, it doesn't have Star Wars Chuck as in, well, the different Star Wars Chucks. There are multiple of them. Like Han Solo, Lando, they're not here. You know? And yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Yeah. And like I said, like, obviously if they were to do all this, it would probably take a while for them to change. But I mean, hey, Angry Birds Wiki admins, in 2 weeks I'll be free for months. So I wouldn't have anything to do for months. So if you need someone to help you with this change, if you do want to take it, you know, let me know. I'll help. I mean, in 2 weeks' time, I won't have anything to do. But yeah. Yeah, and also, like, and this page in general, this Chuck / Angry Birds thing, it's not, like, particularly, like, you know, flashy. Look, with this, you got all the different images of him, so you know that's the Thomas you want. With this, look, there's no images, it's just boring. You know, again, this is my personal opinion. The Wiki don't have to change this, but honestly, if they please, Angry Birds Wiki admins, take this to account, because it just makes the website less confusing, it makes it look nicer, and, you know, it's just a better idea, you know? This is just my opinion. Subscribe and like the video. Goodbye.